Let's see, let's see. Get everything working. Hopefully. There we go. Now I'm moving a little bit. Let's see. Send out all of the notifications. Let's see. Let's go to our plug channel. Maybe. Nope. Yep. Maybe. Doo-doo-doo. Giving people a few minutes while I put out all of my notifications. Let's see. Hello, hello. We'll get some music going and we'll get some fun stuff happening pretty soon here. Just give me a few minutes. Making sure everybody's popping in. Let's see how. Let's see. I am, but oh hey Errol. I am planning on having chat on screen at some point. I just haven't set the plugin yet. There's still quite a lot to do. And I just managed to get this set up in my model room figured out. I have every plug in my laptop being used right now. Yep, and I know I have I think I have better TTV emotes on, but I'm not exactly sure how to plug those in yet either. We're learning, but we're also trying to get some mileage in, if that makes sense. Yepperoni. They advertise in server, and I've got my iPad here so I can read chat while I'm on the bench. So I got some, is it supposed to be quiet? I'm going to be starting up music pretty soon. Give me just a second. I've got a lot of stuff off the bench here. We're just getting started. Hey, Rozchos, welcome in. Let's see. I'm gonna get some musical accompaniment going here. Let me know how it sounds for y'all. It's looking pretty good on my, you can still hear me over the top of it though, yeah? I might just turn it down just a touch. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Getting some good stream beats going. All right. So, I'm going to Sit this over here for a hot second. And then we'll get some kits out. I got these like a while back from a person I was collaborating with. So I wanted to get these guys together, get them cleaned up, and see what all we had. Oh, I need to figure out where my Boldguard is. We're not going to start with this guy, but these are extra pieces. Can never get short on blocks with Zoids. So these guys are kind of like a... Oh, there's the rest of my Boldguard. So these guys are kind of fake-ish Zoids, if you will. They're not quite the full model experience, but they're like a derivative of how Zoids are because they feature what's called blocks. So these little blocks here on the ring, you can disassemble them pretty easy. So we're actually gonna take this guy completely apart. We're gonna clean up the pieces, check for any nub marks, make sure everything's actually assembled properly. Yeah, it's pretty much Lego for nerds. I intend on working on a full-fledged Zoid kit later in the stream. So you can see the difference between these little guys. These are like baby mode. This guy actually doesn't look too bad in the nub department. So these are kind of just like Gunpla. They have, they come in sprues and you have to cut them out. So then you have all of these nub marks where they're released from the gate. Bro, Bionicles, that's a blast from the past. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna grab my iPad here. I actually found an awesome website that hosts a bunch of manuals, so if you don't have the manuals on hand, you can find them pretty easily. This one that we're working on right now is called an Unenlagia, so we're going to go down to Unenlagia. Oh my gosh, I'm in G. I gotta keep scrolling, Oh, maybe we don't. There it is. Found it. So you guys will be able to see yourselves for a second over here on this side, but oh gosh. My light is blowing it out really hard, but we've got the manual up here. Not too many steps to actually build a Blox Zoid. They're pretty simple. I'm gonna sit this guy over here. Hey, No Way! How's it going? Welcome, welcome. So I'm gonna be zooming in, making sure we've got all of our parts and pieces. So I have these start with Unenlagia's head. Not a fan of how loose this joint is, but some of these faces look familiar. Gosh, I wonder why. This guy's pretty dirty. Let's crack him apart and investigate, shall we? Oh. Might need a part separator, but we'll see. There we are. So I guess this really is just a loose joint. They can definitely get worn out over time. And these are pretty old kits, to say the least. just gonna shave down a little bit of the added nub marks here. Yeah, so oh gosh, my dog is already becoming one with our pieces. I use kind of a variety of tools. I use just a regular old X-Acto with a nice sharp blade. I also use this big beefy guy. For some reason it helps me get a better grip and control. Dog cam, he's not inside right now. He's enjoying the sunlight. And this is a tool that I'm actually kind of excited about because I haven't used it yet. But I've heard good things about using glass files to actually clean up your nub marks. So if you have something that's kind of poking out, like this guy. My camera is shite, please excuse me. But a glass file is actually supposed to get even closer than a regular file. And I do have metal files. I guess I could show those off. Let me grab these guys. Where are they living? I've got all kinds of lovely tools in here. We've got a part separator. Haven't tried this guy out yet because I've just been pulling them apart with my fingernails. Usually if you can get a fingernail into a seam mark, it'll kind of pop apart. But for some of the more difficult things, I picked this up from our favorite place that's not sponsored, USA Gundam store. Where are my files? They might be in my toolbox. Because I can usually get away with a good pair of nippers. Like I've got these guys. These are my handy dandy nippers. But I also have some metal files, but they're not very precise, I guess you could say, in terms of usage. And they're living in my toolbox and I can't dig them out right now. But sandpaper is also a handy dandy tool. But this glass file is actually supposedly a good... I don't want to spend too much time on just one model because we've got kind of a couple to get through today. I wanted to just sit down and give hanging out a go. So if I was going to work on these guys, I'd want to share it with you guys. And these have been long overdue to check in and add into the collection. I actually have one of each of the components to make a Zoid called Matrix Dragon, because the key thing about Blox Zoids is that you have more than one and then you combine them together to make cool and interesting combinations. And they also have pegs on them that allow them to fuse, which is kind of the entire line it's from, with full-on larger official Zoids kits. There's another seam there. We'll get to that. Let's finish this guy's noggin first. Get him back together here. Things that we always like to watch for is how the joints interact with each other. Make sure they're not either too loose or too, what am I trying to say? Too tight as well, because if your joints are too tight, you'll also have a similar situation happening. Let's actually try a metal or a glass file in this little section here. Because you don't, like, the nubs sometimes are very easy to see if you're not careful with how you cut them, they'll get like this white sheen to them, so that it starts to detract a little bit. What? Oh no, is my nog getting in there? Oh no, I thought my noggin was getting into the shot, my bad. Oh, it is? Sorry. I'm doing the like hunch. My bad. Yeah, sponsored, not sponsored. Now you see the top of my balding head. Where all of my hair separates. Woo! This is gonna be great. I wish Razer would sponsor me though. Literally everything I have is from them. Though with their current build quality, I'm not sure if we would be a crazy, crazy supporter in the future. But they build some damn interesting products, honestly. Okay, we're gonna get this guy mostly together. And then we're gonna slide the jaw in. Still not a fan of how loose this jaw is. Goodness. He's always gonna be screaming. But that's step 1 done. Step 2 is for this gun in the cockpit. Which, for these old guys, there's not much you can do in terms of these marks here. If I start to get my stupid nog in the way, let me know. I don't have a live stream in front of me. So I can't see if I'm getting my fat head in the way or not. Yeah, but Errol, the difference between... Really, cockpit. But the difference between you and me is I glance right over it. And I say it intentionally. You haven't the foggiest what is coming out of your mouth until it's too late. It's true. You have no idea. Your innocence is what makes it so funny. Always. It's always roast Errol time. We're here for it. He's our community punching bag, don't you know? All your community are belong to me. Let's see. Gosh, let's support Unenlagia. He needs a bath. And it looks like he's got like bump marks. He's been like bumped into stuff because around all the edges of the armor they kind of have rub marks. But you know what, we'll just call that weathering. How about that? It's an interesting thing about getting anything secondhand, really, from figures to models to, I mean, things like clothing too. You have no idea the history the item that you now own has had if you get it secondhand. Big sis privilege. He's older than me. And I still get to bully him. But I do have the energy. I guess that's going for me, right? Got a little claw. Let's clean this guy up. I do apologize for like my overall camera quality. It's just kind of a 1080p relative Errol, you're derailing me. I do have some demonic energy, yes. People stick around long enough, they'll learn. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to think of like the history of what you rescued, you know? Or maybe the thing that you had, the thing that you got had a better life before it came to you, to be honest. We all know the fun that we put our own objects through sometimes. I'm leaning in too far. How far is too far? Okay, that's too far. Gotcha. We're learning our limits, chat. Baby stream. Baby's second stream. I actually feel bad because I have VODs turned on. And I forgot to download the VOD of our very first stream, which was an art stream. If you're new in chat, I do scale models, artistry, and video games. So kind of a three-faceted channel. At least that's the intention. Because I love a lot of things and I want to share all of the things. But this is our first model test stream. Our last stream was on my primary computer, which is very well suited to the streaming experience. I think I've got art stream kind of stuff streamlined a bit. It wasn't my first rodeo for that. But the model and having the webcam set up and everything. Getting my head in front of the camera by accident. All of that fun jazz. We have a new learning experience while we're doing something fun. And even just cleaning models is fun for me. Just having some hands-on time with some plastic. I know it, man, but I shan't be tamed. I'm a wild creature of the void. Oh, I know. My schedule's been wild. Like I don't stream on weekends because I have a hubby and we spend time together on the weekends, so I don't stream on weekends. I have a real life job that I go to on Mondays. And typically I would say no on a Friday because Erolozen in chat here, he has a stream that I frequent on Fridays. We're going to be raiding him later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ooh, I wonder, are these the actual joints that are supposed to be used? Let's see. Oh, okay, we're learning. Gonna raid him with soup. My soup is better, but I also don't feel like sharing. So, don't know. Get that good soup. That's good enough on that joint. This poor guy. I'm actually prepping this one in particular because ooh, that's really in there. I'm prepping this one because I'm thinking that this one is going to receive a custom paint job. Because this Zoid, along with 3 others, combines to make a specific, a Zoid that appeared in the series called Matrix Dragon. And it is a fusion of Leo Blaze, Nightwise, Moses Ledge, and Unenlagia. I don't have the other 3 on hand. I guess I should have thought of that. But these 4 Zoids kind of have some lore in the Zoids Fusers line. And it has like a really pretty like metallic-y blue paint scheme to it. All of the Zoids have their own colors, but for some kind of movie magic reason, when they fuse together, they all inherit a overall color scheme. And since I have one of each already, and an extra of each, so I have technically at least 2 of each of these. This is my second Unenlagia. I think this one might get dedicated to being a full-time fuser. Once I get everything all nice and clean. But I haven't quite decided if I want to go with the full paint job that is featured in the Zoids Fusers anime, or if I wanted to go with a custom paint job of sorts. I have a lot of custom paints kind of planned in the future, and those would be, I might have some live streams with me painting. It's kind of hard to talk sometimes because of wearing the proper personal protection when you're painting, especially with lacquer paints. Acrylics not so much, but I still like to wear a respirator just in case, because I don't currently have a very it's a liger! Hi, Mr. Happy Clam. But I don't currently have a good fume extraction set up in this paint booth that I've got going. I use computer fans and they kind of don't go anywhere, just behind the wall. So I'd love to get an extraction setup going where it actually pulls the fumes out in the area. Let's see. Oh no, I took it apart. Oh no. Oh no. Now we just need to go back and stare at the other pieces. Figure out how they go back together. Doot. But your silver block is your quote-unquote core. So your Zoid core. And you have 2 black. Oh. I always like to match the patterns as well. It's all good to check the patterning. Just helps it look a little more streamlined if you've got all of that settled. Makes it look pretty. So all the little details, it'll make your models stand out. Are these all the right pegs? I hope they are. Yeah. Blocks also have specific types of pegs that are supposed to be used at certain times in the build. Some people don't build them correctly. There's actually an error with the arms. The arms are supposed to use a straight peg, which I might have. Where's my conglomerate? Where is it? Where is it? I sat it out. There it is. Aha! Behold. Spare gobbledygook with dog hair, as usual. My dog is a part of everything. Everything I do. So these straight pieces are supposed to be what's used for the arms. And they used these weird angled connectors for the arms as well. So we're gonna toss those in, sub these, but this one has the right thing in it. And they angle backwards. Gotcha. Yes, the clam! The clam has made an appearance. He doesn't even come to your streams, Errol. All these rubber pieces look like they're in great shape. Which is good news. Let's have a look-see here. I think Unenlagia is actually supposed to be a Velociraptor type Zoid, if anything, because it's got the large, come on camera, do the camera things. It's got a large dew claw here. I don't know if it's just kind of meant to be a slightly larger toe, but it kind of does kind of give the impression that it's a dew claw. Like one of the raptors would have. We love dinos here, chat. We love some dinos. That is a big nubbin, so we're gonna come in with this bad boy. We're gonna get that guy off right at the source. There we go. Now we'll scale her down. Bigger guns needed. Here we go. Here we are. Be gone, nubbin. Could have went with a sharper blade, but don't know where those are. I think my husband's holding those hostage in the garage somewhere. He has a giant, like, a big box of razor blades that go to these things, because you have like 15 of these around the house. He's a very handy man. But our garage is actually a total disaster, so good luck finding anything in there right now. Aha! Victory at last. I'm very particular about my kits. Eh! Run away, leg! Where do those blue pieces go? These guys. Oh, these actually sit on top of the arms. Alright, alright. And then we've got this armor piece. It covers our chicken nugget leg. Ooh, that's also very loose. Oh dear. I've been trying to look into how to actually tighten up some of these seams without the need for glue, because if you are going to be taking apart and putting together these in such a manner... Ooh, yep, that's going to fall right out of there. We'll just let it chill for a second there. While we add this block in. Okay, so we got that. These little guys. They're in the second in, are they? According to our instructions, it says these belong in the second slot. So they can move pretty nicely. And actually, I'm going to move these. So see how we've got this seam line? Maybe, maybe not. But there's a seam line that goes right through here. So I kind of want this section to be up, because you're going to be viewing the Zoid mainly from above. So you'll get this really nice core pattern going. So we're going to move it to the not so exciting looking side. Although in the instructions it does say to have this section up. We're deviating. We're deviating for good design choices. So we have little flappy legs now. Let's get this other leg cleaned up. Ooh, another loose joint. Goodness, what have you been through, my friend? You've been put through the ringer, haven't you? You can only get so close to these nubbins too. If they've already got the white, sometimes you have to shave them down so far that the white will never truly go away. All just depends on how it comes out of the gate. Most kids, they'll do the they don't have access to our lovely sharp tools because they're kids. So, like me when I was a young person, you would do the pull and twist. So you'd manage to wiggle one enough that it popped off, and then you wiggled the other, and then you twisted it around until it popped off. Does it make nice for remnants though? Wiggle wiggle. I think the next Zoid we'll work on is the Boldguard, also from the Fuser series. I got a Boldguard from a member of the Zoids Discord. If you didn't know, they've got a Discord. I can hook you up with a link if you're interested in joining. But I got a Boldguard from a member of the Discord, and it had everything, I think, but a leg. It even had the foot that attached to the leg, but no drumstick. So I ended up getting some spare parts from another user. So hopefully we can make at least a Boldguard and a half with what we've got. The same thing. Nope, they cleaned this one. So this foot had quite a nub mark on it. This one's nice and clean. Love to see it. Love to see it. So this was probably actually adult built, but poorly kept. Let's get her back together. Get the gang back together again. Where's my... There it is. Interesting. Did I do a dumb? No? Okay. Chicken leg. Which way do chicken leg do? Okay, let's see. This way. They actually, like, the Unenlagia is quite interesting because it's got such a short base here, but it's got a long tibia region going on. It's a long man. Also open to feedback if any. Oop, this one went in and it likes to stay in. Nice, gotcha. This one is also second to last, so stick these on the body for now. Go in pretty nicely. Alrighty, we're here for it. Gosh, these white marks are gonna drive me nuts. And then this is an undercarriage, that's tail, cockpit, noggin, got the little grabbers and the guns that go on the grabbers. So let's fix up these arms. I wish that there's a modification I've seen. I wish this is the whole hand. Like that's why. Round, square. I mean, it's on there. It's pretty on there. And I guess the round would allow the wrist to turn a little bit, so you could have some side to side. But why have... I don't know. Interessante. Interesting indeed. But there's actually like, this arm is just... It's stuck like that forever. There's no There's no bend in this joint here. There's no elbow. There's actually been a couple of members that have cut this section out entirely and added an elbow, and I really liked how that came out. Future ideas. And then in these upper pieces, these go on top of the arm if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at the arms. So let's see. Which arm is this? This one is technically... Oh dear. What are we looking at? Huh. They actually have different number notations as well. I guess this is not written on the piece. Darn it. A lot of the time, on some of these pieces in the frame, you'll see a number. This one's actually 2, so this has got to be A2. This is probably A1. Yeah, this is a 1. There's a 1 in here, so here's 1. We'll stick the hand on here. There's no, if there was a differentiation in these fingers, I might care, but... Ah! Come back! It's so funky, it just sticks on there like that. And then we've got B15 that goes over the top. So this is 16. And this one is 15. So this one is the one that goes up and over. And this way. Goes this way. So it just sets through this peg here. Idea. Shoot. I'm always here for ideas. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Gosh, these hands are so loose! Ah! Everything about this model. This poor thing. Above my... Yeah, in the little space above. I actually was quite surprised that, like, this camera is only yay big. I'd really like to get a better webcam in the future so you guys can have control of the zoom and all that fun crap. Huh, actually, it goes on this one. So there's 2 here. You can technically mount it to either one, but if you try to... If this arm was actually in its place like this, and you had it here, it actually interfere with the peg, so we've got to go up a peg here. And even so, this peg interferes, so just, be careful. Bloody Nora, come back. Baby, come back. Okay. Let's throw this in here. Oh, I want to go all the way through, just until... Wah! Holy cannoli! Put these in your piece before body. Future reference. Everything about this dag flabbing kit is loose. Leg armor's gone. Where did the top piece for this go? It's on the floor somewhere. To the void with ye. Let's have a look. There we are. Careful not to show my face. I look busted today, chat. I look very busted. Ah! Son of a scrat. Tempted to take like some putty or something and put it in here. Just so it won't fly offwards this way, but it can still rotate. Who knows? I might just take your wrist away from you, bud. You might not have a wrist anymore. This poor thing, jeez. At least in the Fusion, I think that this part isn't necessarily used much, so we'll see. We're gonna learn from our previous mistake. put it right in there. But don't push it so far that this piece comes out. Just push it right to the edge. That's all you need. We're gone. They're gone. My goodness. This poor thing. Hold the phone. Are you technically the same? No. Okay, you flipped over. Duh. Rotation is a thing. There we are. Doop. And then, oh dear, gotta get some body strength going on here. Let's get the reinforcements in. So the cockpit sits on top of the core. So there's two pegs in here. So it'll go in these two. Awesome. And then the underside, it's in the core block and one forward. So on the underside, these two pegs will be in these two. So it's technically, this piece is holding these two together, and the cockpit is holding these two together. These last two are for the head and tail, so they have a little more range of articulation going on there. I see, I see. And our tail technically sits with the flat part up. So got that. Restore your leg armor, which will fall off the minute I turn this on its side. And your jaw, you just constantly scream. He just in scream mode. He scream. Yep, there goes that leg armor I told you about. But this is kind of what the little dude looks like when he's all put together. He's a fun little dude. I'm gonna have to fix that if I'm gonna use him for the Matrix Dragon. But he's a fun little guy. But so much is actually posable as well. Like, all of these joints move, so we can have him take a seat or have him crouched in a bush, ready to ambush some fools. And that's also an interesting point. This pivots up instead. I keep feeling like it should pivot this way, but it pivots this way. But enough of you, blasted thing. Let us move on to the Boldguard. You're gonna sit over here. Yeah, she sits up pretty nice. Check that out. I know you can't really see it very nicely from the top down, but he actually does have quite a bit of strength in those chicken tenders. In those little drummies. There we go. Can for the most part hold himself up if you get a wide enough stance going, but doop. Fun little guy. So let's get a manual for Boldguard going here. This awesome site called Red Salamander. Let's see, Bioraptor, Bladehawk, Boldguard. There's Boldguard. And I know, hard to see if I have to tilt it at an angle, but Boldguard's about the same as Unenlagia. Don't have very many pieces, but let's get out these Boldguard pieces. I've been hyped about this guy. He's also from the Fusers anime. He's mostly complete, but with a gold pilot, no less. Interesting. But we are going to fix him up with the spare parts that we've got over here, which this might also make a really cool custom with what's left over if we can't get another turkey leg to fix this guy. But let's just... It looks like whoever was putting him together didn't completely know, so let's just pull him apart here. Sorry, bud. Oh, these are black. I wonder, oh, I do have some black ones in here. So if we've got a color match, we might be able to do that. These parts are funky. So let's see, let's stake it down, all the way down. Let's see, we've got gun, got chest piece, we've got cockpit, got noggin, our two little... These things, gosh, there's a missed opportunity here, and it's not technically possible with how they made the model, but... And the anime, Boldguard itself is such a cool creature. It's like a... I think it's based on an ankylosaurid, if I'm not mistaken, but it has like these fins, and as it's walking, these fins would like undulate up and down, which was pretty cool. It added a lot to the actual animation and made that Zoid look more alive and pretty unique compared to its counterparts. Yeah. It's got a really cool like beaky face. Doesn't want to marry together very well. There it goes. There we go. A lot of times if you have a really loose jaw, it's because your head pieces aren't together all the way. So he's all good to go. Let's move our sharp objects off to the side until we need them for safety. So as you can see, we've only got 3 drumsticks here. We need 4, because this is a 4-legged creature. But let's see what our guide says we need to do. So we've got the cockpit. Oh, I was also missing the mounting piece for these cannons, so that's got to be in here. Mounting pieces, because these pieces actually sit on another couple of pieces before they attach to the main body. So let's see if we have come through. Let's make a pile over here of our extra pieces. Aha! There's part of it. I think. Actually, I think this is both parts. Ah! Why though? There we go. Those are solid though. That's a good thing. So you got the piece like this. Then you got this other piece that goes like this. At a wedge angle. For some reason. I'm sure we'll find out. So actually, I think that first piece wasn't in there properly, but I don't know if it quite matters or not. It'll all make the same shape, as long as you don't put it the other way. I'm not going to take it back out, because that was actually pretty hard. I don't want to bend these pegs. But these cannons mount to this. Let's see. Looks pretty clean. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So these cannons mount on this way, so this ball joint is downwards. So he's got his whole cannon set here. Cool, cool. And then we had the drummies assembled. So we'll hang tight on the legs for now. Then it wants us to move on to the body section. So we've got... How many blocks does this guy take, actually? I think we have a surplus. Oh, this one's fascinating. This block actually kind of looks semi-transparent. We'll keep that on the side. Actually, some of these don't match. This is also a semi-transparent looking block. There's another third one, semi-transparent. So we might use the semi-transparents for that. And then they say they have one core block. These blocks actually look like they're Zoid blocks. So that's kind of strange. But this is a core block. It's kind of shiny. core blocks will always kind of have a sheen, metal sheen to them. Because Zoid core, kind of the whole brains and heart of the Zoid. If it goes down, then the Zoid goes down. And it's gone for good. It's like the heart. So we've got three black blocks here. We've got 3 of these guys. So we've got way more blocks than we need. So there's apparently we only need 3 blocks and a core. Let's have a look. Yeah, huh. Apparently we only need 3 blocks and we've got quite a surplus, so more blocks for the collection. This blue block, well, semi-blue, is I think, because as you can see here, the Unenlagia that we built is also got black blocks as well as the shiny Zoid core. But they kind of somewhat color-coded the blocks depending on what kind of Zoid it was. If it was a C-type Zoid, it would have like these kinds of like navy, dark, bluish blocks. If it was an air Zoid, it would have these kind of these just flat gray blocks. If it was a land Zoid, it would have these solid black. I'm actually unfamiliar with these. It's kind of like almost a holotech look. Holotech being clear. But fascinating, to say the least. We'll keep a hold on those. Maybe for some custom work, or just to help out with some attachment points if we need more blocks in the future to connect these to other Zoids. So we'll need these guys. We'll hang on our drumsticks over there. And we need 3. Ooh, fascinating. That one's really shiny. I get distracted by the shiny. So we need 2 black blocks for the back and a core block. Oop, we're going to switch this around again. Our aesthetic brain working at full speed. Make sure everything's nice and uniform. Then we need this other black block, which has, we need connector piece. Might have to grab one out of here. There's one. We'll grab that one. So we'll sub that guy in. Do our nice straight lines. Okay, so we got these 4. And then these side pieces. Actually, this section right here, I don't know if you can see it very well. This section right here, Boldguard has some frontward facing guns, so these need to go towards the front of the body. And it looks like they start their attachment at the core. So they're in line with... Oh. That's interesting. If you push these in hard enough, see how the body tends to like bend? So these other blocks are kind of stressed. So they technically can't go all the way in. They just go most of the way in and stop when you hit these 2 blocks. So you shouldn't push this in too far unless you want to stress out your block. I'm gonna get this guy in there. Same thing, just pinch right there instead of in the middle. So we have a worm. A block. Okay, and then this is the chest piece. And the chest piece is supposed to have 2 pieces inside it. Did I get an extra chest piece, perhaps? I did, but there's no extra pieces in there. Shucks, alright. To the digging! Oh, and these are actually... So there's so many bloody types of connectors. You've got this angled connector, you've got a slightly longer straight and a ball joint. You've got ball joint to ball joint. You've got long piece with a ball joint. You've got whatever this is. I have never in my history have ever used this to my knowledge. No idea what that actually does. And the one The one we're looking for is that one, so we'll grab a second out of our little stash if my head's not in the way, which it was. I'm going past my threshold. So I'll need 2 of these. And then the last type of connector I was trying to find, but I'm actually kind of short on them because they're the ones that connect these body pieces together, so they're almost always used, and you almost never have extras. We're going past our point again. Let's see. Well, snap! I don't want to dig around in here forever. That's boring, isn't it? Y'all know what it looks like. You've seen them. But I'll toss those guys back in there. Alright, so we needed these guys for our main chest piece. So this is the bottom of the Zoid. I literally just pointed to my chest. I was like, yeah, y'all can totally see that. I was pointing to myself. So we need this little guy. Ooh, this is gonna be a heck of a fit. There we go. How do you lose this? If these connectors go into these slots that well, how on planet Z do you lose them? Crikey. Alright. So we've got the chest piece. And my goodness, are they? Aha! There we are. So it shows the bottom of the Zoid. And these look pretty identical top to bottom. So I'm just gonna pick which one. So this guy also is flush with the front. And reinforces more pieces. Golly! So we've got 2 things reinforcing these, and now this one is reinforcing this and this. So now it's one heck of a solid piece. Good construction, yes, like. And then we needed 4 of these angly guys. And I've only got trace. And they're supposed to be black. Oh man. Oh wait. We've got black ones in these ones. So yeah, okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Alright, let's have a look at the leg assembly, because that's kind of the part that I was missing besides this section. So we've got, I don't know what those are for. So we've got, let's look for a number. This one's 5. Let's look for 5. Sometimes they'll have a sprue and everything is labeled 5, and sometimes they'll have a sprue that everything is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Especially if they're all identical pieces, like these toes are pretty much all, you've got lefts and you've got rights, but these would have this, would usually share the same notations as this one, but not in this kit apparently. So this is 10. Did we say this was 10? This is 5. So this is this one. I'm holding it in juxtaposition to my to my guide right now. And then we need toes go in, so we've got the inner toe and then the long toe, so they kind of act like a human foot of sorts. And this one is 15, which is the one that goes to it, I believe. So we'll stick that one in there. So we got one leggy. What number are you? You're number 7. So you want B10. So this is B10. Put in there you. Wait a minute. That can't be B10. Oh, curious. Oh, so this is B10 number 14. Good lord. That's a lot of naming notations. This is B10 number 9. And this one, what did we say? I've already forgotten. ADD brain. Number 7. Yeah, so So these two go together with the toesies. And then we've got this leg, which is the other side of the body. And it doesn't matter which one it is, but I'm just being particular about it. Number 14, 10. Number. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? This is number 4. Did I read that right? Number 4? I don't care. Go. Go on there. Now we need another leg. And it looks like it needs to be a left leg. So I think we've got a left leg here. Same deal. What number? And it's not telling me. What are the numbers on these? Wait. What? What? Do we have some incorrect? Oh, our foot was turned the wrong way, so now we've been lied to. Oh dear. This is 100%. Just stick a foot in there. There we go. Oh, this is not even the right foot. Good. Ah! We're getting turned in circles. But I'm pretty sure this is the one we needed. Let's see if we've got any more feet. Show feet. Here's another foot. I think that's the only foot we have. Alright, let's see. Wait. Oh yes, because we're technically missing a leg, so we're gonna have an extra foot. But this one. Because it's small inside. Alright. We're just making a line of feet now. So we have 4 left feet. And 3 right feet. There. That should have solved our problem. Alright. Let's give these legs a look. And look at this guy. So somehow this one do camera things. It's very hard to see, but there's like a, it looks like there was almost like a grinder or something that was put up against it, or it was filed, like really rubbed up against. Because it's got white scratch marks all over it. So I think we're gonna save that guy for something else that's not nearly as presentational. There you go. And all of these like things angle backwards, so when you put them in, this part angles backwards. Drumstick inspection. Looking good, looking good, looking good. This was made by an adult. We're proud of you. This guy needs to turn back. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Gotcha. Alright, let's have a look. So they want us to attach Boldguard's noggin. Huh, it's really in there. Like, you have no side-to-side motion at all on the inside of that. Hey, Timely, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Huh, these pieces, they really like to move around on you and get kind of loose because Or at least separate. Separate's probably the proper word I'm looking for. I'm wondering if I have black, so it's not nearly as noticeable with these pegs inside, but we'll have to see. Alright. I'm betting this is where our legs connect. But what about these? Where did they go? We'll find out when we read the instructions. The cockpit goes on the... Gosh. Not a fan of that right there. Let's see if we can solve that problem with our glass file. I don't want to have to completely split this apart, but I will, if need be. Oh, we're getting head in the frame. I'm getting too focused. This is a chill, relaxing, build some Zoids stream. What time is it? Goodness, we've been at it for a bit. We haven't got very far. Ah, I need to speed it up. Are you actually entertained, chat? Watching a pair of hands. Let's see. Alright, now they want us to attach the legs and the chest piece. So. Extra foot. You're going in there. And yes, they do go in these orange sections here. Orange to orange. Oh my gosh, you look so... you look so squat. Look at him. Oh, cutie. Aren't you adorable? Oh. Man, really? There we are. There we go. We've got legs. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Look at this little guy. Adorable. What a little monster. Oh, and these foot pegs aren't in all the way either, so now he's gonna get even shorter. Like Cerberus. Just took so much height away from this poor guy. He's so squat! I love him. Okay, so now we're attaching... I see! Alright, so now we're attaching our, the feet look like mole feet. Yeah, they look kind of weird. Little planters. Little stompers. But these two are gonna go here. And then we've got our tail, which is totally not... What is with the hole? Wait, why is there... What? That's supposed to be there? Wait. Oh no. Hi, Tay. I think I'm gonna be in trouble because I didn't tell you I was live. I forgot. I'm sorry. Thank you for noticing. I'm in trouble. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a lot going on. I had a lot to try to figure out, like, the stream's background and everything. I just, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I bring you entertainment. What? Wait, so this only attaches in one place? In the first... What? Hold the phone. Really? So they just hang there? In air? What? I know, they're really blown out. I'm terribly snow pale. I need a better... I know, I need a better camera. So I can do some white balance. But this is a test stream. Bye, No Way! See you later! Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. So they really just... They don't attach to anything back here. So this... Come here. Give. So these two, they don't attach to anything. I thought that it would attach in with the cockpits back here and back here, but this section isn't wide enough to actually make that connection. I guess you could, like, if you wanted to do some, like, defensive actions or something, you could do this, maybe. Bring them forward. So you had some shielding for your artillery, maybe? I don't know. But its default state is the inverse. And Mercy, is this like coming apart? Get in there. Let's see. But there's a little Boldguard. Look at him. This is a squat little dude. At least the cannons can freely rotate up and down without actually hitting this. They allowed enough of a tolerance there that you can have some artillery and not have it hit the main body here. He's a neat little dude. An awesome dude. I like him. But I can't figure out what he's... I think he's an ankylosaur. Some kind of ankylosaurid. I think I'm gonna let him keep his gold pilot. He's earned it. He's waited long enough to be built. Let's see what else we've got in here. Now that we know... When I receive a new Zoid that I haven't ever built before, even if I can find the instructions and look at it, I always want to build it for the first time. Just so I know that it's all of the components that go into building it. So if I see extra pieces, then I'll know where they are or what they go to. Oh! We didn't push the guns in far enough, chat. But now they're in there. Okie dokie! Alright. Just like the legs, like the sections I noticed when I was holding it upside down, the sections weren't pushed in all the way, so the feet weren't all the way on. But I'm drawing a blank as to why there's a hole in the tail. Why? Why wouldn't this be one solid piece? Maybe it's the injector. Like, when they do all of this plastic, they do an injection method to make both sides. So I don't know. But he's a funky little man. I love him. We need to think of a call sign for this guy. He's all grounded. Look at him. But unfortunately, we're back to square one with this one. I actually have a head coming. From the person that sent me the spare parts, they actually found the head, but gosh, it's a shame we've got everything else. We've even got an extra pilot here. Come here. This guy's gonna sit out for a little bit next to Unenlagia over there. But we've got chest piece, 2 guns each side. Technically, if I wanted to, this could be the new body. But we don't have the gun assembly and 1 drumstick and the head. And then we could technically make another one. So, I guess I will be looking for some parts people. But I've seen an amazing cut, like, these pieces, these shell pieces, I guess, these armored plates, have been used in a numerous amount of customs as like really cool. Like somebody did a thing that made it look like a lion's mane. That was pretty awesome. But unfortunately, we don't have the rest to make another Boldguard. I might Shanghai these weapons. Might snag these for something. Not sure, but something. I love customizing all kinds of different weapons on different kits and seeing what they look like, so might grab those later, but for now, the rest of this poor unfinished Boldguard will live in my backlog until I get more pieces for him. But I know exactly what I'm missing now, so there's hope. There's hope for this Boldguard piece pile. I'm going to get a drink. Stay hydrated, folks. When's the last time you've had water? Be honest with yourself. Have some water. Alright. I think maybe we'll go with this guy over here. This guy in the anime was the successor to Boldguard, at least for the pilot. The pilot that operated Boldguard in the series, his name was Sigma? Pretty sure his name was Sigma. I'm spacing the other pilot's name. Helmet. So this was Sigma's primary Zoid. Things go sideways and he's no longer able to pilot Boldguard anymore. And then he moves on to this Zoid, which was a gift from someone. And a mentor of sorts. But he moves on to this Zoid, which is called the Leo Striker. Which is, in build, shares pieces with Leo Blaze, which is another lion-type Blox Zoid. Might build one of those someday on stream, who knows. But this is Leo Striker. I'm gonna grab his model manual really quick so we can make sure we got everything. Gosh, we're at G. Keep going. H. K. We're almost there. Leo Blaze, Leo Gator, Leo Striker. There we are. Alright, let's have a look-see. How many blocks? Please tell me 5. Actually, please tell me 4. Wait. Okay, there's one there. Let's see. We've got 3 black blocks and a core block. Oh, it's actually it's a mark I thought for myself a long time ago. It just happens to look like other kinds of symbols. I've also been asked if it was a horde symbol from World of Warcraft. 'Tis not. 'Tis just something that I thought of one day. I kind of wanted to derive it. I kind of make it. Actually, funnily enough, it's a Zoids thing as well. In the anime for Zoids, at least in like Chaotic Century? No, pre-then. It was like, oh, maybe it was Chaotic Century and Guardian Force. Those pilots usually had some kind of marking on their face to deviate their rank. I don't know if it's necessarily a rank symbol, but every pilot had a unique symbol on their face, like a unique paint, if you will. Like, Fiona had, like, these green dots above her eyes. Van had, like, a rectangle on his, like, his jaw to part of his cheek. Raven actually had a, almost like a, similar to the marking that's on my cheek, but, not as complete. But, this is actually kind of a derivative of Raven's mark and my name, so it's like, somewhat of a fang look, and the dot in the middle is just for fun, but it's actually kind of a derivative of a Zoid mark. So now you know. Well, 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 Erica, you have made an appearance. Welcome. What time is it for you? Well, I appreciate you dropping in regardless. Doing some testing. Testing in Zoids Building, our current pile of parts. He's largely actually been put together, so we're gonna remove some of these pieces just so we can... he actually has a couple different configurations, so we're gonna build him to stock standard. Let's see, the face actually looks really good. And the details. I always liked his little, to have a good camera, good lord. But I always loved his, like, little snarl lines here. He looks like he's snarling. Makes him look pretty fierce, especially with that very aggressive brow angle going on. It's 11 p.m. Ugh. I don't know how we ever get to see you. It's always, like, middle of the night when you come around. Yeah, Leo Striker has, later in the series, there's actually extra parts here for that reason. Leo Striker kind of has a couple, I think, ways that it can wear this armor. Like, I don't think that this is technically supposed to go here. This is not, no. Well, we are appreciative that you're here regardless of the chaos. Gosh, I gotta get chat on stream one of these days. So, let's see. The first section of these instructions are saying to build the head, and these sections times 2. So these little... oh, that's fairly interesting. I think it's inferring that they're upside down. This? Are they not assembled correctly? Hold the phone. They shut correctly. Huh, maybe they are assembled incorrectly. Hold up. Let's try. Well, that part wouldn't make sense. What numbers are you? Let's check the numbers, Mason. Alright, this is C12. aka number 19, and this is 30, aka D12, so they do go together. Oh, well, I'm glad that I can help a little bit, Timely. Let's see. What? Okay, so the piece looks like this, and then this piece looks like... What? Your instructions are shite! What in the 7 hells are you instigating? What? No! Oh gosh, give it back. Erica, if she hasn't responded to you yet, it's because she's celebrating her birthday. Did you think about that? Okay, these are assembled correctly. They just have a really weird way of saying to attach, because they don't show you in the instructions. They don't show you this view, the internal view of where it actually should go. So like you have your internal view, and then this section fits onto a peg right here. So it actually has a rotation. But instead they show it like this, and then they tell you to slide this onto a tiny, like, weird. Serby, hello! And yes, there is a section called Makers and Crafting on Twitch where you can stream your creating. Morning! I mean, granted, you just took a nap, but it's what? 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock your time? It's not morning. I guess it's maybe morning for you. Oh, Serby, I wanted to show you this guy. Check him out. This is Boldguard, our short king. Look how squat this man is. Look how squat this boy is. Oh, he brings me such joy. He's so small. Good day to you, sir. Nice. Is he smaller than Serby? No, unfortunately. Because this is a pilot. This is a pilot. So unfortunately, he's still quite large. He's chomky, but he is squat. He does. He looks so scrunkle. If you know the term scrunkle, he just looks really scrunkle. Adorable. I need to make chat bigger for me. How do on iPad? There we go. Alright, and then we've got a leg assembly. And the overall assembly of this is really great. I'm very pleased with the overall build quality. Because these nubs are very tight in their removal. There's hardly any nub left. Love to see it. Oh dear. Might have another angle straight catastrophe going on here. Let's see. Funnily enough, so Leo Striker actually shares a large number of pieces with Leo Blaze, and I built a Leo Blaze as a child. And funnily enough, this is like literally Leo Blaze's leg. And all that's different is the color of this paw is silver instead of this like eggshell? Not even eggshell, it's like a weird mayonnaise color, I don't know. Old mayonnaise. Okay. Take care, Erica. Try not to be so anxious, it's gonna be okay. Luna will message you back in time. But, where was I? Oh yes, so this shares, similar, literally all of these pieces are the same. Yeah, for these parts you can pretty much do anything you want with them. That's the... aside from this guy is just chonk, but like, this guy over here that we built earlier, there's a lot of flexibility in the joints themselves, and they have a ball joint, so you get some rotational flexibility as well. So it's pretty cool. Oh, he's standing on his own. You can't see it, but I sat him down and he's standing instead of falling face first into the mud. But literally shares the same quality as a Leo Blaze. But when I was a kid, I actually built my Leo Blaze wonky. So there was like these leg pieces, they were connected incorrectly to the elbow or to the knee. I can't remember which one it was, but I have to fix him eventually too. So that's kind of something that when I look at a Blox Lion Zoid now, whether it's Leo Striker, Leo Blaze, I always try to, I'm just gonna leave that on there, but I always try to make sure to pay attention to the piston location on the backs, just to make sure that they're actually in their proper seating. Because on today I learned I actually did it backwards before. So that's something to look out for when you're building these. Granted, adults these days, unless you're really not paying attention, straightforward, simple, easy, love it. They really did. Okay, so for the leggy, the front legs here, we've got where'd the cover go? This cover. I took off this cover earlier because I wanted to inspect them. But again, this is all really, really nice and clean. But we'll stick this guy back on there. So these covers actually, I think, go somewhere else on the Zoid at a different juncture. But I guess they start out on the legs, so you've got not a whole lot of clearance there, but if you're mindful. I just like to have my joints nice and in there. Yes! This is actually a fuser partner to the Command Wolf. So I'm so happy that I have one, because I have a Command Wolf. Granted, one of them needs pegs replaced, and then, or not pegs, technically yes, pegs. They have to fix some stuff about him, because when I received him he was broken in my childhood. Command Wolf is a Command Wolf Irvine, which is also out of commission because I had it when I was a kid, so gotta fix those guys up. But I might do a little series where I show different combinations of these guys, like fun ways that people have put them together, and some of their fuser partners, like Unenlagia, actually, on the box, they have a box art that shows Unenlagia fused with the Koenig Wolf, which was never a thing in the series. Oh gosh, his hand fell off. Goofus. And it's gonna fall off again. Just stay there. We'll address you someday. And yeah, Fusers was definitely weird in that aspect. I mean, later on we'll actually see a Dark Spiner, because that's kind of where I want to finish up the stream. But Dark Spiner actually fuses with Killer Dome, and Dark Spiner is a Spinosaurus, and Killer Dome is a crab. A Spinosaurus fusing with a crab. Yeah. And Unenlagia is one of 4 Zoids that fuse together. This guy fuses with a lion, a mosasaur, and a owl to make a dragon. So it's all over the place. They look really cool though. When it's all said and done, it looks really cool. And this guy had missile pods. Yeah, so the missile pods technically go on the arms to begin with. Get it together, Japan. Yeah, I mean, Japan loves their ligers, and they love their dinosaurs. Like, every protagonist is like lion against dinosaur. Let's see. RD or Cloud? Oh no. I have a special place in my heart for RD because, like, the Fusers line was kind of, like, at that breakout point for me of childhood. But, I would probably have to pick Cloud because he's, like, way more mature than RD. RD is just a kid that lets his Zoid do everything for him, pretty much. Like, granted, I think Cloud is, like, I don't know how old Cloud technically is. But after Cloud, you had RD, but I don't know how old RD technically was. He was old enough to be a pilot. Because, I mean, I think, like, the kid... I can't remember the kid's name anymore. Oh, what was his name? Matt! Because Matt is a pilot of the Leo Blaze. So I don't know if Matt was, like... He had to have been, like, 10, and then RD wasn't very much older. Like, I know RD was, like... maybe 16 too, but the difference between RD and Cloud is so astronomical. It's crazy. This way? No. They really have you put it on this way. Why though? Because now you don't have access to the missiles. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Cloud also got carried. I mean, he got carried by the CAS stuff too, but he actually formed a bond with his Zoid. It took a long frickin' time for RD to do the same with his Liger, so it was like, negative points there. Negative points to Gryffindor. The other arm? That is so weird. They have you put... So this missile pod is supposed to come up, I thought. Like, this is supposed to be some kind of missile pod. But they have you turn it upside down and then mount it to the leg. I mean, I guess, because this is like the armor carrier configuration for Leo Striker, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, Liger is... It had an organoid system, so it technically learned from every battle, but I don't even think that they mentioned the organoid system in Fusers. But the Liger in... what's the series? Century Zero, I think is what it was called. But the Liger in Century Zero is specifically mentioned to have an organoid learning system. So it technically learns, but that also means that it can develop a closer bond with its pilot as well, because it has serious levels of sentience. Because I think literally there's a section where I think Brad tries to steal Liger, or somebody tries to steal Liger, and Liger literally just like ejects him out of the seat or some shit. Like, he starts thrashing his head around trying to get the pilot out. And as a kid, that was like what made me start to think that Zoids were like completely sentient creatures that had autonomy. They just chose to be piloted. Oh yeah, he hated the Schneider unit, if I remember correctly. He absolutely disliked the Schneider unit. It didn't like mesh with his system properly. He loved Jaeger. Like, when he was a Jaeger unit, he was fine. I don't even think there were any growing pains with the Jaeger unit, but they put Schneider on him and he just immediately, like, system crashes, trying to throw it off. And then he puts on Panzer unit, and Panzer unit just, like, fries him from the inside out because it's too heavy. Thank you, Tauros, for suggesting a weight requirement. Oh, there's a piece of someone's DNA in here. Let's just remove that. Not bad. The giant long gun. I'm spacing that one. Ah! Right before his fight with Naomi. I'm spacing, but then again, it's been so long since I've seen it. And I've seen, like, I've been trying I've been watching the Zoids, like I watched Zoids Wild and I was watching Zoids Wild 0 up until like episode 20 something. So now I have like those ones on my brain. Okay, that's just the showing of... Alright, well let's do that. Are you shiny? Kind of. Oh yeah, and then there's the difference between these. You have a blue inner and the red inner. The red is meant for Empire, the blue is made for Republic, but do we care? Bleh. Not particularly. Not anymore. You won't really see it once it's all in, and it matches the color of the innards here, so we'll just go with it. So, core, head, heads up, okay. Keep it that way. And then we have this black attachment. Oop. Yeah, Naomi had the red gun sniper. Oh, and then this one acts as the peg for the last one. Gotcha. Oh! Yeah. He's got his goods and his bads. He just wants to slap people with those hot paws. So... yeah, he wasn't a fan. So which... okay, they got the peg, right? But it's not a ball joint, is it? No, it's not. It's a double. I don't know if I'm gonna care. Do we care? Alright. We have a worm. Let's see. It goes... oh, this one goes in the first and this one goes in the second. Gotcha. Oh, and I see... okay, fine. We'll do it the right way. We've come this far. Let's just do it the right bloody way. Because I don't need one... You're shiny. I might use you. Might be the only black one I've got. I thought about separating these based on color, but then I would need like 3 more of these holders. Spaces of the essence. Probably got to see the top of my head again. What's up? Oh, let's see. Yeah, it actually does kind of look like a wolf head. Funny enough, there's like another Zoid called Genius Wolf. And all it is a Leo Blaze body with a slightly different looking head. And it's green instead of red. I want to get my claws on one of those someday, though. Okay, we got the cockpit. We got Sigma chilling in there. Got that part in that section. These are the angly bits. Oh yes, we've got the top part here, which totally limits the head movement. So that section goes there, so now you can't go up and down hardly, unless you like pull out this little... pull it out a lot more to get you that bendable. But I don't know, I'm a person that like, I like to have it completely seated in there. But... there we go. He's getting his mane a little bit. Oh, and I'll show you a cool thing somebody did with the Leo Striker. If anybody remembers the part I was talking about with the armor plating, grab Boldguard's pieces over here. Somebody made a mod, not a mod, well yes, a mod technically, but they made a custom and they called it Infinity Liger. And they took these pieces and kind of made like a main for it. That was pretty sick. I just feel bad that, like, there will be Zoids that are never completed, if that makes sense. If I steal their parts, right, and I put them all on this thing, then it's technically like I could never make a Boldguard again. I'm always so conflicted when it comes to the idea of kit bashing. Because you're deviating from the original Zoid and more than just paint and, you know, what you can build out of polystyrene. Let's see. Alright, so it does have these parts, so this is kind of his side cheeky main thing. They do have these parts here, but this is kind of the more classic. Or actually, I don't even remember seeing Leo Striker with this full face kind of thing. These parts were the parts that I remember being up close to his face. But for some ill-begotten reason, they have these things mounted on the back leg to, I guess, to plug this hole. But let's grab this leg. D12. Which one are you? You're D12. Alright. But we've got leggy thingy. Oh, and the tubing. Make sure that the tubing is in the right spot too, so you don't invert your piece. That's also a thing that I've seen done by accident. What? Oh, number 29. This is number 28. This is number 29. Because this little section is illustrated to be pointing upwards. So they have this on this leg, like that, and then they have this on this leg. Like that. Okay. What are you? I wonder if you're a connector piece for Command Striker. We'll see. Alright, and then in one of the final assemblies here, we've got the tail. And we've got an alternate tail here for reasons I'll say in a minute. But, so we've got the tail. Then we've got these boom booms. Let's see. And that one is on the first one in from that. This is such a weird place to have these also, because they usually mount there. And then they have you attach these, and then it has you put the legs on. And then this one goes in the back. I gotta say, these builds are going actually pretty quick. That Unenlagia took forever because there was so much cleanup to do. Ooh, be careful here. If you have the cheek panels on, you're gonna hit them with the leg. So you gotta keep those out there. We're almost done with Leo Striker. I'll show the alternate configuration. Okay, have a good sandwich, hey? But we've got... Here's one configuration. Apparently. Which is a configuration I have literally never seen this poor guy in. I mean, I remember I've seen the covers on the claws. But I've never seen these being carried here. Or these. These were up here. These were, I think, on the feet? Goodness. Well, the good news is the instructions show us the second way that you can configure this poor thing. And I think we're going to have a look at that. Let's see. Alright, so these missile pods. So we'll take the foot cover off. Come on, give me the foot cover. It has been a hot minute, no way. And what's actually kind of funny that you mentioned that. Granted, they're not... I wish Tomy would wake up and realize that they have such a audience in the West. If not just a basic audience, I mean diehard fans. But, it's actually the 40th anniversary of Zoids. And they're doing reruns of the original series in Japan as we speak. Like, they're putting out an episode a week just like old times. Wait, what? Why did you... Oh my gosh. So it still has... Oh, now they tell you to... Oh my goodness. Get these guys off. Now they're telling me to put them the proper direction on the front legs. But yeah, it's the 40th anniversary of Zoids. They're doing reruns of all of these series, which I'm frustrated because, like, a lot of them, I think everything but Zoids Senki and Zoids... I mean, I even know that Zoids Genesis was translated for English. But they haven't reran them for the Americans. Backwards. And I wish they would at least rerun... because they made the episodes available on YouTube. Nowadays you just kind of have to go looking. I mean, there's places, if you are looking well enough, there's places that still host all of the original Zoids anime. Oh, that just went right in there. Oh, that looks nice. So this was originally on the side of the face, and then you can slot it in right here and have a cool looking... Oh gosh, what is that? Like Hermes look? Excuse me. I might grab a drink. I have one more Zoid I want to get to, and then we'll go into Dark Spiner. But I also want to be able to show up for Arrow's stream here in a little bit. Because we do have guild missions later. And we're by no means beholden to his stream, but I want to be able to take part in the later sections at least. He is an amazing Guild Wars 2 art and variety streamer. We love to bully him. So these were attached to the body, bringing them up and putting them in their normal place in the cannons above their cockpit. He's looking a little naked, but we'll fix that. These sections come off the legs. These cannons, they come off the legs and move up to where the cheeks were, the cheek fluff. Whoops. Give it a turn. There we go. That looks more like it. Get this guy. There we go. There's this. Oh, and then for some reason they flipped the tail upside down. Don't know why they did that. And then I think they've got these as leg armor. Holy moly. Yeah, so these are leg armor now. Oh, come on. What's happening? Oh, there's a block of sorts. There we go. Okay, that's how it was supposed to go. So that's on there. So that's the rear leg armor. And then they just had us flip them upside down? The way that they actually look better? So we've got the missile pods on the arm, or on the leg, front leg. Oh, that one's a little loose. That's probably gonna fall off during posing. We'll just have to be careful. But now these pods can come up, and that looks a lot more imposing, wouldn't you agree? I like the cannons being on the side of the head, but there's also something also still endearing about having that original cheek panel thing going on. But I also kind of like the paw cover. Let's deviate. So this is the final. This is the second final configuration that they say that you can have it in. So this is the second. And earlier was the first, so this is the second configuration they say that you could put Leo Striker in. It shares way more similarities to how it actually appears in the anime. I cannot remember for the life of me where some of these other pieces had went. I'd have to go back and look. Maybe I'll do that if I turn some of this VOD into a YouTube video where I'll talk about it a little bit more. But hi YouTube, if there's YouTube. Let's deviate from the plan a little though, shall we? Let's see what happens if we do... Oh, I'd have to swippy swap them. Give. Let's see. Maybe? Gosh darn it. I like it when it's flowing forward, but it also, you can't, give. You can't have it flowing forward and still have it in the proper peg. This would be kind of cool though. Does it go in there? Will you go in there? You do? That actually kind of looks, that looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. So let's do that for the other side. Yeah. Yeah, Hasbro is the one that markets the that hard blah blah blah. I can talk. Words are hard. Yeah, so Tomy is the original designer of the Zoids product line. But Hasbro is the people that distributed it to the Western audience. Some Zoids have some differentiation between a Tomy and a Hasbro release, but not as many as you would think. I'm actually gonna put these on the back leg. Put these on the back leg and see how that... Give me that. Gimme. Give. See what that looks like on the front leg versus the back leg. Meh. I don't really like that. But yeah, Tomy is the original copyright holder. Hasbro officially licenses from Tomy. And they made their toy line and released it in the West. So you would have Hasbro boxes and you have Tomy boxes with their own individual art and stuff. There's some color differentiations between Japan releases and Hasbro releases sometimes, but not as much as you might think. That looks pretty cool. This is a different configuration that I just made. I took these that were on the front and put them in the back. I took the paw covers off of the back, put them on the front, and the cheek pieces are actually adjacent to these cannons. I think that looks pretty cool. And the The guns, these guns are stored on the back legs. I moved them up beside the cheeks like they appear in the anime. So it looks pretty cool. I really like Leo Striker. And this this version of the Leo Striker is actually a direct Fusers exclusive. There's a flat blue section. There's a flat blue version of this Zoid, just as a standard Leo Striker, and this is actually the Fusers Leo Striker, which has a custom, like, metallic-y sheen to the blue. So I'm very happy I got my hands on this guy. But again, he's the successor to the Boldguard. Both of these Zoids are piloted by Sigma. So Sigma starts piloting the Leo Striker, and is working with Helmet, who pilots a Command Wolf. During a fight with one of the antagonists, both of these Zoids were in danger of being destroyed because of overwhelming force. And they found out that Leo Striker and Command Wolf are actually Fuser partners, which looks awesome. Let's just be real. A lot of these pieces, like, all of Leo Striker kind of combusts and becomes, like, you have, like, a part that comes off the front. So if this tail were, like, give... So this is an alternate piece that comes with just the Fusers, Leo Striker, good bless, get it together. These are connector pieces, I'm assuming. But this tail is unique to the Fusers version. But this, pretty much the whole Zoid, in a manner of speaking, all the parts fly off, they come back together on the Blox configuration, and then, like, the head isn't there. Let's actually just do like this. For demonstration's sake, let's not impale ourselves. Let's put it over here. But, this whole thing kind of becomes a turret that replaces the gun on Command Wolf's back. So Sigma pilots, or kind of controls the cannon and everything. And then this blade actually acts like a blade from Bladelegger, and it kind of gets an energy glow to it. It's like a lightsaber. It gets an energy glow to it and elongates, and then the whole turret kind of rotates on Command Wolf's back, and the blade comes to like that, and then they can do a side-by-side, like, laser blade attack, just like the Bladelegger. So they took Bladelegger's aesthetic and kind of put it on a Command Wolf, which I think's pretty neat. I've always loved the whole blade thing and swords and all of that. It's very anime. We like some anime here. And speaking of anime, what is everybody watching right now? Do you have a series that you're watching? I am presently going through my first ever watch through of Inuyasha. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. That is Leo Striker complete. I'll have to hold on to these extra pieces. We're gonna put these in a baggie. So we'll hold on to those extra pieces. And I don't have a suitable Command Wolf to fuse it with today. But I hope to show it in the future. In a video or in another stream, we'll get that ironed out. Alright, last Zoid before we move on to a official Zoid. This guy is called Evo Flyer. I have no idea where he's from, because I think the only Zoid series I haven't witnessed myself is Zoids Genesis. I haven't watched Genesis. That's the one with the, honestly, that's the one with all the Bio-Zoids. The Bio-Zoids were super cool. I have a Luminous Bio Megaraptor I'm very excited about. I'll do a little intro of him when he gets here. Actually, let's pull up a Evo Flyer manual, because Evo Flyer, like Leo Striker, has a secondary configuration that we're gonna go through, and then we're gonna kind of pick which one we like, and it's gonna be in that one for my display. We're still in the G's. Keep going. E, Evil Pegasus, Evo Flyer. There you are. Come here. Evo Flyer actually has quite a substantial amount of pages here. Let's have a look. This thing looks like a chicken, not gonna lie. Look at that head. The little crest on top of his head, I swear it makes him look like a chicken. So let's see, what are we watching? Honestly, Bluey! I've heard amazing things about Bluey, despite being what most would call a child show. Owl House. I've never heard of Owl House. Started rewatching Sailor Moon on YouTube. Nice. That and Dragon Ball Super. I honestly want to watch Sailor Moon again. That's on my hit list. Gosh, he looks so cool. As much as I don't like the chicken aesthetic, he actually looks pretty darn cool. Just the face. Bluey has no right to be as emotionally intelligent as it is. I agree. There's supposedly some really like tough subjects that are covered in Bluey, and people are like, what? Oh, check out that cockpit, you guys. Look how beefy this cockpit piece is. That's pretty cool. Ah! Pilot ejected. Didn't want to be here anymore. Come back. But that looks pretty dang cool too. I had never heard of an Evo Flyer besides what I have just found out recently, because I thought that the bottle looked really cool and it has kind of 2 modes, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that. Let's do it." I hope, of all hopes, that we've got all the pieces though. Alright, so we've got leg. Who does this look like? It shares pieces. Ah! Your armor, Unenlagia. It shares pieces with the Unenlagia. Same legs. Only the feet are different. You still kind of have that larger dew claw. Owl House. You gotta DM that to me or something so I remember to look back on it later. I don't know if that was the proper peg, so we're gonna take that out for now. Get another sip of water. Gosh, chat, we've been live for 2 hours. Alright. Leg assembly looks good. This was probably another... Am I doing my head again? Kind of. But this is looking pretty adult built, if I might say, with the nub marks and everything being removed. We didn't have to really remove anything from Leo Striker, which was amazing. Oh, as I said it, there's a nub right there on the tail, but leg, where foot, their foot. These feet, pretty cool. Nice feet. I like the little flare that they've got coming off. Let's clean this up a little bit. Timely, did you just tag yourself? I read, like, you replied to Timely, and I was like, oh, what is he saying? And then you replied to yourself. Oh, we might be in an either-or scenario already. Hold the phone. we've got chicken legs going, and we've got the hands just like Unenlagia. They're all, it's the same sprue through and through, just not separated fingies. I think I'll let that go. Look at the way the hands are for this claw though, compared to Unenlagia. Much beefier. I love the individual fingers. I wish they would have gave us individual fingers, but maybe there's something that this attaches to later that required a different mold. But it's literally the same arm, but this one secures so much better. And there's little divots in, or there's a little divot on this side that this kind of seems to dig into a little bit more. It's got more grip, like that. Oops. I don't know who we knocked over. So there's one arm. Let's have a look at the other arm. Oh, that one got a little bit of white. Let's see if we can gently get that. Oops, let's not put our head in frame. Come on. We want to do this for a living someday. Come on. Scraped a little bit of the white away, but I don't want to go too deep. Don't want to gouge the plastic, because that's just a bad time. So we got arm, got two arms. Let's clean up this tail. I'm actually gonna go in with these sprue cutters first. See if I can get off any excess. Oh! Always when you're cutting, point it away from you if you're not wearing eye protection. These little nubbins love to fly off with the speed of light. I have got a nubbin in my eye before, and it was not a good time. It was my first ever high-end master model that I was building. I was building the very first high-end master model that was actually ever released, which was the HM001 Shield Tiger. And it got me good. It definitely instilled that it was a masterpiece model. For sure. Let's see. So we got arm. And then we have chicken. Chicken wing. These little winglets here. Actually, there's more than one. Oh, we got two wings. We've got lots of flighty parts here. So we've got two littles, and again, their cutaway job was actually quite lovely. I will tell you how to cut your figurines, Serby. I do not want you to get pieces of sprue lodged in your oculus. It can even happen when you're shaving off a piece as well, if you're not careful. Okay, I digress. I do that, like if I'm shaving a part, I will shave it like this. But I make sure to keep the flat of my thumb to the blade so I don't cut in. But I use this big boy a lot when I'm doing a larger high-end master model, but I've kind of taken to using this little guy. It's just easier to get in places and do gentle scrapes instead of taking off a lot at once. I'm try to clean up this white a little bit right here. Not very successful, but sometimes you just lose. Take the L. It's alright. I can't stop you, no, but I can give you some advice, Serby. Really, like, I gotta get with Errol and get a chat bot on screen so people just know that I'm not talking to myself this whole time. Alright, so we've got hands and the wings attached to the hands. So we've got... Oh dear, I don't think these are big enough to have a sprue mark on them. Their number. Because I don't think... It doesn't look like it's the big guy. It looks like this is it, and then you got the little dude. So we've got... This one would go on this arm. No, it would go on this arm. Because it stays down like that. And it's got a big peg here. It goes on the elbow. Alright. Looking sick so far. I have not had a proper meal yet either. I can sympathize. Dealing with people sometimes is just not the funnest thing to do. I'm extremely lucky that I live alone. Well, I don't live alone, I have my husband, but like... Y'all know what I mean. I don't have to contend with people that I don't always like interacting with. Consume! I will consume. I will consume after the stream. I'm fine. I have some Alfredo in the fridge I'm looking forward to. Let's get this other arm going. Gently now. I wonder if this goes over or under. Like over this or under this. I think we'll have to make that. I actually think it goes under, because it kind of... There's like a little swoop right there that might actually just line up perfect if we're not... Nope, they didn't think that far ahead. Okay. It's not a HMM. Doodle-doo. Doodly-doo. So bloody close. That missed opportunity right there. Okay, we've got wing arms. And that's the cockpit assembly. Wait, what? Are you telling me to assemble it two different ways? Is that a thing? No. Oh, I think these pages were actually uploaded out of order. Because there's some repeat here. Chicken wings. Let's look at some chicken legs. Which is where these big pieces go. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, they go there. But is it the long? It is the long piece. Okay. Oh. Why though? It collides right here. I mean, I get that the whole thing kind of stops, but kind of looks funky monkey. Like, I'm here for it. We like a funky little critter. Let's look. Oh, and we've got straight arm pegs and bent leg pegs. Okay, so aha! Alright, we got straight. These are for the arms. These are for the legs. Where the one's already... There it is. And as always, they angle backwards. Add them to your leg. Or add them to your body piece before you add them to your body. Makes it slightly easier. At least these ones won't push through as badly, I don't think. Because they have a little collar here that stops them from going too far into the joint. And then we're gonna add these little guys. These will go all the way through. I don't think they... they stop. They kind of have a stopping point, but then they look like they push too far out. I like to push them just a little bit in so they're almost flush, or if not completely flush. Just looks nice. We like things that look nice. Go. And then we had... Wah! Chonky! Okay, so we've got... This is the core piece, right? Oh dear. Let's have a look. Let's see how this is done. How many blocks? I didn't even look. How many blocks are you? Oh! You're literally 2 blocks. Okay. So, core block, 1 block. That's actually kind of bananas. For, like, this one is 5, like, Unenlagia? Unenlagia? Ah! No, no falling apart. Stop. Stop this. No! No! You are gonna be such a pain. But this thing is 5 blocks. In a straight bloody line. And then this guy is 4, but it's got like a little divider in here. And then this one is just 4 in a straight line. How dare thee break? It really just depends. No way, if you want a Gundam. I'm not very familiar with Gundam. I do intend on building a Gundam someday, because I gotta get that under my kit, or I'm not a model builder, am I? But there are different grades of Gundam, if I'm not mistaken. There's like Master Grade, there's like MG, HD, Perfect. So if you don't want to risk breaking them, I would suggest that maybe getting a lower grade Gundam, so if it breaks it's not as big of a hit to your wallet. I know your living situation isn't the perfect, isn't very great, but I always feel super sad when people have a hobby or something that they really want to enjoy, but their living situation just prohibits them from having those kinds of things. And I want the best for you guys. I want you to be able to enjoy things that you enjoy. What is this little funky piece? Oh, these go upwards. Alright. Alright. Picking up what you're putting down. Gundam is also a series I've been wanting to watch. You'd think that since I'm so into Zoids that I would have watched Gundam a long time ago. I actually only recently watched Neon Genesis Evangelion. That was a heck of a ride. I like this cockpit, like, a lot. It's super cool. Evangelion was a mind trip, but overall I would say its message was pretty good, at least. Oop. Okay, so configuration 1 is almost done. So it looks like it's just kind of an Unenlagia setup with extra cool bits. I'm looking at this guy and I'll turn him up to you guys at the camera in a minute. He looks kind of funny. From a head-on point of view, at least. Look at this lad. Oh. I don't know, I think for these wingy parts, maybe they should be up. That way they kind of flow downwards and don't interfere as much when they turn. I don't know. They would definitely interfere with your walking cycle if you weren't careful. But look at this guy. Look at this guy from the front. Look at him. Just looks kind of derp. At least to me. He looks so dissatisfied with his current experience. But he really does just kind of look like a souped up Unenlagia. I really enjoy this head shape though. I didn't think I would. But he just kind of looks like Unenlagia, but badass. Let's see what configuration 2 has to offer. I know this is kind of like a fighter jet mode, so I'm kind of all about this one, I think. Because we gotta, like, turn the arm on its sides and stuff, so we gotta take these off. Take the legs off again. Come on! So much peg. Get out of there. Let's look. Oh bother. A lot is actually taken apart. Okay, we'll get this guy. So we're learning. We're learning. New things are happening. Alright. I'm assuming this worm stays all the same. It's just all of the leg and everything that changes configuration. So we've got... This looks like the leg pieces. So this part comes off. These wingies. These little wings come off. The feet come out. So we're basically disassembling the whole thing again. Okay. So we've got leggy. What does leggy do? Oh, there's the part that I mentioned earlier. The hand comes off. And attaches to the elbow? Okay. Let's see. So it looks like that. And then the gun goes underneath. And then we've got the chicken wings. Come off of there. So then where does baby wing go? This is the inside. Hold on. Maybe I got off the wrong... Ah! I should have just disassembled and then look at all the pieces. And then where's the hand? The hand's on that. The hand's over here. Okay. So we've got like... So this goes like all the way in almost. Well, no. Maybe it's like that? Oh, now I think we're getting somewhere. And then the big wing goes in here, where the foot used to be. I'm so confused, but I'm letting the process happen. And I'm wondering if we're gonna have to remove these pegs too. Let's see. And this goes in this section. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay. Now we have to do the same thing again. This is where I wish I could read Japanese off the like without needing a translation. Okay, so this definitely curls in on itself. So this goes like that. We've got this guy pointing outwards. So I'm assuming it's going to face frontwards like a storm sworder almost. And we've got gun. Come on, get in there. Is there a limit here too? Yes, it appears so. So let's line the claw up with the gun. Then this part will go like that. We need wing. Wing goes through. We need little wing. Wing goes here. Like that. Is it like that? No. I think I did these two the wrong way. So this one is like this. Okay. What? No. I was right. I was right the first time. My brain is getting tired. Sorry. Yeah. So then for this one, it's like that. So this one curls in on itself, and then you have the two wings like this, and then the wings can sweep up and sweep in. Okay. You found a Gundam for a decent price? Oh, that looks kind of cool. Looks kind of neat. Let's see what we do with these arms. So the arm has a hole for the foot to go into. Whoa, okay. Huh, that looks kind of neat actually. And then this wing, no, this one, goes on the outside. Lines up with wow, there's a lot of movement right there. That's actually really cool. And then this one goes on the outer section of the arm. You can actually do a lot with these wing pieces with other Zoids too. I kind of want to play around with that and see what happens. Maybe we'll have a little stream where we just play around with that. If that's something you'd like to see. Okay, we got this little duder here. Put that in the ball joint. That's kind of cool how like this section at the back of the arm allows for a ball and socket to be put in. It's a lot of articulation potential there. Nice, nice. Alright, so we got these put together. Now what? How do we make this not look like a weird chicken? Oh! Interesting. So this section comes off of the bottom of the cockpit. It is in there too. Like, golly. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. Thank you. We love a good put together Zoid, but daggum. Alright. So now we take this piece, and it sits like this in here. Genius! Whoever made this thought about it pretty extensively on how they were gonna pull it off. So now we this looks so funky, look at him. Alright. So we have the new leggies. Ah! We have the new leggies that attach here. Oh, that is tight. That is a tight fit. Don't know. I don't know. Wait. Am I big dumb? Hold on. What is occurring? I might have done a big dumb. Hold the phone. Give me that. So there's a reason why it didn't sit in there. Was I? What? Do I have to flip around the... I think you do. But it has the wing leg be on the inside. I wish I could read Japanese. Because it looks like this section, this is the internal of the leg. It looks like this section, I need to take this out and flip it. According to the instructions. Alright. I'll have to go back later. Because it makes you attach them like this. Because this... Look at that. Oh my gosh. Because this nub right here is supposed to be out and the toes are the inner closest to the body. But they do say to attach the ball joint to the inside of the leg because that's the only way that it works. So we do have to... Oh. Did I do a stupid? Might still be dumb, guys. I might have... Well, wait. There's only one way it can go. Right? Because you've got the leg... If I'm dumb, somebody in the comments tell me. Otherwise, I'm doing it like this for now. Because once this is complete, I don't think we're going to be noticing the legs anyway. This is just to keep everything out of the way. But, look at those legs. Look at them. They're all tucked up against the body. I think these little winglets might look better on the tail, honestly. We can fool around with that, but I really want to get to the Dark Spiner today before guild missions. Which I think is in an hour? I think we'll make it. I think we'll make it. Let's see. And then each of these... Yeah, wait. I don't have to, right? No, I don't have to remove them. So these sections... Oh gosh. Oh dear. So these sections sit... yeah. I don't know if I like this mode. I thought I was gonna like it because fighter jet, but... That's so weird. It doesn't sit on the rail very nicely, I don't think, but we can... Wait, because it's what? Instructions unclear. Put finger in slicer. What? Might have to redo this in a little bit, but overall, I think this is how she's supposed to go. Let's look. Because these wing pieces share a peg. So I guess arg. Let's take these out. Let's see, actually, let's see if there's a difference. Let's do it this way. So let's put it in here. Okay, there's clearance that way. So you do have to remove these angled pegs and put that section through there. That way you're not fighting with the pegs that these little winglets are being held in by. Look at this murder chicken. How this thing flies? No clue. But it looks cool, right? Kinda. It's interesting to say the least. I think it's cool how like the legs how the legs have to get out of the way. Cause you can't just sit it straight on the table and have it be fine. These guns have a limit to where they are. They can't continue to rotate past this point or you start to rotate the legs, but they can rotate inwards freely. So you could shoot yourself in the face, but heaven forbid you actually need to pivot your gun outwards. You'd have to turn your entire wing for that. But the wings themselves are pretty cool. I wonder how it would look if you took a jet falcon and did some fun stuff with these wings. I think this is probably why the Evo Flyer is actually kind of an expensive blocks kit. One, I don't think that the Evo Flyer was actually put out in America? I could be wrong, don't quote me, but I don't recall seeing something like the Evo Flyer. Zoids like Unenlagia, Nightwise, Moses Sledge, those are the ones that are more common for United States, and they have United States box branding from Hasbro. But, I don't know, he's actually kind of cool. I think I might leave him like this for a little bit. He might grow on me. And I want to take a translator to how these legs are assembled. Just to make sure that they are how they're supposed to be. Because I didn't, like, you see the internal view of the legs, unless you're supposed to flip the legs, but I don't know. I digress. This was kind of cool to put together. I'm very glad that I finally got to put these guys together. And I would take these and put them here, I think. Oh gosh, I'd have to take off the leg to do that. Let's just not do that. There we go. But that's pretty neat. It's definitely something different than regular old Unenlagia. So cool. We're gonna sit him off to the side. And we've actually accumulated... Oh gosh. I need to figure out... I'm gonna attach these to him so they don't get lost. Let's put them right here. I don't seem to interfere with anything, but I'll just leave them right there. That way, they belong to him. I'm gonna sit him over there. Okay. We've got slightly dusty workspace. So we're gonna do that. A big old brush. Clean her off. And then we'll brush it off of me. Alright. Now, got extra blocks. I'm gonna put these extra angle pieces in my bits bin. Alrighty. Now, for the last thing that I was gonna work on today, I don't think I'm gonna need a manual for him, but we'll see. I've made a lot of... I pretty much remember how this guy goes together, so we're gonna have a look-see here. But, let me grab the box. Actually, we're gonna clear these guys, or at least move them into the corner. Away, out of the way. Because this boy is pretty big. Oh, well. I lost my iPad function. I had it all set up so I could read chat right across from me, but it's also almost battery, or almost depleted in the battery, so gotta give that one a rest. Wasn't prepared for a 3-hour stream, but this guy is what I'm going to be working on next. The box is a little worse for wear, and inside, I believe, are 2 quote-unquote junker dark spiners. So I'm going to see how much of a whole dark spiner I can make out of these guys. Errol's complaining about spending 50 gold on a first step. Oh gosh, he's not ready. Yeah, Generation 2 legendaries in Guild Wars 2 are a league all of their own. Alright, let's get into this guy. Ah! Alright, so we've got some runners, we've got some bodies. Thank goodness this is a builder's channel. That sounds awful. So here... Oh, here's a manual if we need one. Handy, handy. Here's some spare sprues. Here's a tail. More junky bag. Another bag. There's a lot of spiner pieces in here. And here's the rest of another body. So I think we've got 2. And that's it for the box. And then I also was sent in the mail some extra parts because I know I'm going to need spine units. Spine units being, there's a purple piece that sits in here that holds all of these spinal pieces up. And I don't have purple pieces, and I needed canopy glass as well. So we've got another baggie here with some purpley bits and spines and caps and all kinds of fun jazz, as well as a Liger Zero face that I I have a Liger Zero that has not been built yet, but these pieces are actually loose in the box, and I was missing half of the face, so they lovingly sent that to me. So thank you, Specula, if you ever feast your eyes upon my stream. Thank you for sending me all of these lovely pieces. I don't want to get the spines out, but I am going to get these teal pieces. This is foot armor. And one thing that I so frustratingly didn't receive with... I'm also going to get this cockpit glass as well. So very frustratingly I did not receive... there is a sprue in here that houses... the person that received this didn't receive some of the sprues necessary for building, which was one of these sprues here, which has a lot of, well, you can't see it, but it would be in this area right here. There's these purple pieces and these little internal pieces. They didn't receive any of the purple sprues, and oh gosh, this one's dirty, but this little insert section here, this little purple piece, they didn't receive a sprue with these pieces on it. So unfortunately that does mean that your Zoid is incomplete, because it's not, doesn't have all of its parts. I'm going to save the Liger Zero X piece. These spine pieces I'm not going to worry about for now because each of them is literally special in shape and how they fit into these spine units. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And I also have some caps for my Death Rex that they sent for me. Love that. So we're not going to worry about the spines for now. Pretty sure we'll be okay. They already attached the guns to the spine sprue for me. And these red pieces that are inlaid into the spines are also their own pieces, so it's good to know we've got all of those. So let's have a look at, oh golly, we've got a lot going on. Pretty sure this is to this one, so we're going to let these all dribble out and get assembled what we can get assembled here. Come back! Run away! Okay. And we've got some discoloration going on with some of these pieces. Like this section right here, for some reason, is darker. I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but this under jaw is much darker than this top jaw. In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter because I am fixing up one of these to get a special paint job that I'm not going to release yet, but I am going to be doing some recon while I'm putting this Zoid together to make a full one, because I want to figure out how I'm going to execute this custom paint job and custom body I have in mind. So we're going to be kind of doing some sneaky things on stream. But I want to figure out how much of a complete spiner I've got here. Gosh, some of these pieces are dirty. Again, these came from, I think, 3 different locations just to try to make a full spiner. So it's gonna be a job and a half. They also didn't get... There's also another leg piece. Oh, goodness. Okay, these are knees. These are for the eyes. This is for feet. I'm running out of room. I need sprue holders. Alright, we're just gonna get right into it, I guess. Because we're gonna have to Frankenstein a lot of this. Golly gracious. Alright. Let's see. This is missing. There's a... This is that piece. This one is the canopy glass. Oh, you're missing half of your bottom jaw. That's unfortunate. Oh. I think this articulates the jaw, actually. Here's some of the purple. So this is one of the purple pieces that wasn't received. So this one's missing it. Yep. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting like kind of brain overloaded. I'm not exactly sure where I need to start because I have 3 tails here. Hold the phone. Why do I have 3 tails but 2? Oh boy. We're in it now. Okay. We are in it now. I guess I received 3 spiners? Crime in Italy. Oh, I love this. I love the articulation so much. How everything kind of works together in a full-fledged Zoid. Oh, it's lovely. Oh dear. That's not put together properly. It's not even together. Oh my. And it's so dirty. Maybe this is a project for another stream. Huh. Oh dear. You know what? Let's see where we can get in half an hour. I'll end the stream in half an hour. Let's see where we can get. How far we can get. Because, oh man, did some of this just not get assembled properly? I will have to completely disassemble these in preparation for oh my gosh. Oh man. Sorry, I'm seeing how far the damage goes to some of this. Because these like segmentally get put into each other. Goodness gracious. At least we have some canopy glass. I'm going to put that over there for safekeeping. Let's see. Let's fix these tails, because these tails attach individually. Along with these just kind of snap on top. if memory serves. They just have to be put on and off very carefully. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna take this one off because I need to split this part, because there's a joint right here that has a little part that sticks out that doesn't allow it to move past this point. But for some reason I don't know how they thought it was okay, but probably a kid, but this section is not inside the piece as it's supposed to be, so we've got to split it so we can push it in and then clamp it. So now it's where it was supposed to be. Alright. Today we learned. Goodness. This needs a lot of cleanup. But see how it's like free to rotate as such? Maybe that's what happened, is it came apart and then they just went to put it back together real quick. And, oh my. Now this piece is, oh dear. There we go. So it articulates side to side. There we go. I might have to glue these eventually. I mean, I need a big piece that goes on top there, but we'll put these pieces back on. We're not going to clean the sprues or anything. We're not going to get it cleaned up. That'll be in a video when I decide to paint. We're just going to see, for now, what we've got available to us. Oh, and I put it upside down. Nike. Like a true pleb. Alright. Wait, did I put it upside down? Yes. Okay. Let's consult the manual, shall we? Let's just make sure that we're... Let's see... Tail. Click. I love that. Click. That's cute. Let's see. Alright, this is the assembly for the tail. Oh. Yeah, so the gun is up top. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, now we'll reassemble. The only reason I noticed is because when I was putting these on, there's holes that these just kind of gently snap into. Come on. There we go. And then there's these that go on top to keep the parts from separating again. Because these two parts marry as well as the peg. The peg also marries together. So these cover it so that the peg can't separate, so you don't get that problem that we had with the tail where it escaped this containment and was swanked. Now I need this over. Let's see if we've got one. Aha! This beefy boy. The tail only has 4 segments, so we've got a big tail. We have one complete tail. We're winning. Alright. Let's see. How does this one look? Again, this... Oh, gosh. This one slipped out here, so it will articulate this far, but not here. So let's get this big guy off. Then we'll... Oops. Gotta get these big caps off first. The only reason I know that I don't have to use a manual for a lot of this is because I put mine... I have one and it's been put together and taken apart so many times that... And I have experiences with high-end master models now, so it's a lot simpler to just kind of do these without instructions for the most part. Unless you have a part like this that just fell out and bah. Pretty sure just free floats in there. But again, I will have to separate and take apart every piece again in preparation for paint. So this is just seeing what we've got to work with. There we go. Let's add these back before we put the tail armor on. But if you're planning a custom or anything, definitely a custom yourself to your kit's construction, or have a manual handy. Sometimes I'll refresh myself with the manual before I there's another tail. Sometimes I'll refresh myself with the manual beforehand, and then I'm usually good to go. Some of these pieces I might consult that have like a specific mechanism to them, but it's not always necessary. Wait, I said I had 3. There it is. Oh dear. Let's see. You're a little worse for wear, and you're missing these. Woof. Let's see. Gun. That's for the arm. Foot. It's a claw, leg, brain. I have a lot of these halves. They make up the full face, but a lot of those halves too. There's another gun. There's the other gun. Don't run away. All these cap covers here. And stompy bits. Stabilizers for the feet so they can walk. Oh, that's a whole nother ball game, as if they've got working motors or not. I don't care about working motor for one of these customs. Let's see. Oh, this is complete. Let's see. So we've got part, blue, or the purple parts. This part goes up and down. Nice. Purple part on this side. Awesome. So we got a complete armored poot here. So let's actually grab a stabilizer for it. Everything looks good, so we'll stick a stabilizer on it. So we have a completed one. We'll put that over there with our collection of chicken legs. Here's another leg, I think is complete. It's got the purple there. Got the full knee armor, purple. Needs this part. Oh gosh, here's another one. So many legs. There's a body. Oh, there's another body in here. Or no, yes? Oh my. What have we got ourselves into? We've got 3 spiners here. Oh! Okay, well I thought we only had 2, but they've multiplied in the bag, apparently. I also apologize. I'm noticing my camera's jittering a little bit. I have no explanation as to why that's happening. My excuse that I'm going to give you is that it's cheap. Oh, here's for a tail. Here's for the tail. That's the connector piece. Oh my, there's lots of little pieces for the articulated parts. I don't see them, so let's see. We have leg, and on leg goes armor. Whoop. Whoop. No, this isn't the right side. It's not the right side. Come on. It goes underneath, so it scoops under like this. Scoopy. And then it's got the big, this part that comes over the top, but this part has a purple part that goes in it. Like so. So that. Let's connect that. Let's put this one here. There's a knee piece. There's a part that goes here on the knee. I don't want to cannibalize this other leg, but it's got the knee piece. I just need the front shin for this one. There's a knee piece. And that's for the correct side, so I think we found the knee piece. Oh, maybe not. That's for the other side. Blast. But we have a knee piece. We need the other one. That's for the claws. Oh boy, we might not. There's one. Are you for the appropriate side? Yes! Awesome. Alright. Looks like we have another completed leg here. Wait, what's that? I think there's a cap. I think that's one of these. Oh boy. Because in this leg, there's a section that goes in here. I think these caps are part of the leg piston. So there's a section that goes in here. Oh dear. Yeah, there's one in this one too. I don't think I have the sprue. Nope. Actually, let's just let the rest of this bag be free, shall we? Get in there. Get in there. Even you. Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. Getting another sip of water. Oh! I just realized the music stopped. I'm sorry. It was a little too quiet in my head and I was wondering why. There we go. We'll get some music going back on. Alright, let's look for this other shin piece, which actually might just be this. Oh, the luck. Alright. So this one's also complete. So I have 2 spiner legs that are complete now. Not that side. Oh goodness, look at the gate marks on this guy. Look at that. That is scary. All of these nubs right here, those will need to be removed, but we're just seeing what we got for right now. Just as long as I don't cut myself on it, goodness. No one really wants to go in there. But these are also it doesn't want to flop inwards. But I think we got another complete leg. Nice. So I think we have a full set. We have 2 now. Wait. Am I dumb? Hold on. Did we have that? I was looking for one of these before I got distracted and realized music wasn't playing. That might have been for that leg. Oh! No, it's not that. This sits in here. I don't know if it was at the proper time in the build. If it was at the right time in the build for it to be added yet. But I know that's where it sits. Ooh, I'm realizing I don't have a second one. So there's no internal gray section for this one. Which might be a problem because I have 2 spine units, but I didn't anticipate not having the gray piece. see how far we can get with these engines then. Oh, here's the leg. Good grief. Yeah, this one's just missing that section that goes into it. This one doesn't have the purple because we're missing that sprue, but that's okay. We're just gonna sit it here for now. This one has the purple. Actually, I see another piece. We're gonna grab this and see how much we can get away with here. Because this model here is the one that was given to me that doesn't have the sprues. It's complete, but it doesn't have the purple stuff. So we're gonna just kind of leave all the stuff that doesn't have purple out until we complete that one. So it's that. This one has purple, so we're gonna add it to this leg. Okay, so they don't have the purple sections on the inside of the leg. Got it. Oh, knee piece. Is this the knee piece? Yep, yepperoni. Yes, sir, it is. Ugh, another ugly sprue mark there. That's for the neck. Let's give a foot. Let me give it a stabilizer because I think this one's done. I might have to consult the manual when it comes to the this section, because I don't know if it was assembled properly. Because this is missing a cap. But it's not this section. Whoop, the house is getting buzzed. So these have all of its all of the— oh! We're missing one in here. I said this was completed and it wasn't. Oh dear. I made a liar of myself. Because I noticed that this this piece of armor had a purple spot in it, but we didn't. Oh, can I take this piece off without too much hassle? I can. Okay, we're gonna steal that one because it doesn't have anything in it. We're gonna add this piece. So now we have purple on both sides. Now it's complete, right? Purple, 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 no need, knee, that. Purple flare. Gotta get to this tail. I think we might be missing a tail armor. Oh, we're not. There we are. Oh. I need to find that. Oops, that needs to go with this arm. There's a cap. That might go to a tail. What about you? No, I don't think so. There's a chest gun. Haven't seen very many of those yet. These are for the legs. Three of them. Oh, we got two attached there. a lot of heads. Let's see. We've got assembly for the other leg here. These are still attached to the sprue. Alright, let's see what sprue number they were on, shall we? Let's go to the leg and see what number it was. So you add a bearing. So we might have legs that are missing bearings too. I'll have to address that when they... when I take them back apart. Sorry, I was hearing a rumbling outside and was wondering what that was. Looks like the farmers are starting work on their field. A5. That's for the leg. Hey! Sorry, I just noticed, hey Ira, how's it going? Mr. J. You're building some Zoids for a little while. I was tracking chat on my iPad and then my iPad died. My rudimentary camera setup. We're going through some Zoids parts right now. Seeing what we got. I still have pieces of feet. That's weird. We definitely have legs that are missing bearings, but I don't have the plug for it. Oh, what a shame. That'll have to be for another... There's also a stabilizer. So we've got half of this. Oh, we've got half the leg built. So we're missing half the leg. Oh no. So, I think we're missing part of it. We were missing part of a sprue that she didn't include. Because she didn't get some of the purple sprue and another of another one. So let's see what we were missing. So it looks like we got these. So technically those caps should have been provided. Because they were on that sprue. Doesn't look like we got the top. Oh, we did. We got the top level. So we got the foot stabilizers. At least we should. Oh, but Mr. J, it's Friday. Oh, are you going to the advanced class? Got a whole tail, all the red. Got that sprue. We were missing this one. Where was the rest of that leg assembly? Because if we got one leg, we should have the other. They were sharing the same sprue. Oh. Could always skip. That's alright. We're only going to be live for just a little bit longer. I'm running out of steam here. And I'm going to have to raid Mr. Aralozen soon. So we can do our guild missions in Guild Wars 2 this afternoon. He's also running a giveaway. So we're gonna go be part of that business in a little bit. Right quick, actually. I think I'm gonna get this tail mostly done. Just a couple finishing touches, I'd say, and then we're gonna call it a day. I've streamed for a long time today. Longer than I anticipated, actually. I always think that it's not gonna be a very long stream, but apparently, boy, can I ramble. I bet that one. Oh, no, give it back! I bet it goes here. Let's do that one, because that one came apart in the first place. Oh, boy. So we're missing some stuff on this one. Wait, did those share a sprue with the purple bits? I don't think so. No, it didn't share a spot with the purples. Where are those purples? What sprue was those on? Yeah, they were on the thing with the neck. And the stabilizers. So these things and the neck. I am not a bad influence. Okay, I take that back. I'm lying through my teeth. Oh, here's part of a foot. Where's the other half? Ah! Might have one spiner that doesn't get a leg. That would suck. Where's the arms? That's another thing. I digress. I am a bad influence too. These just go on the main body. This is one where we don't have purple things for, but it goes on. Let's just put it on the leg that doesn't have the purpley bits. It's technically the most clean one, but I digress. Add that to the pile. And then we've got this purple bit that kind of does some articulation action here. But no purple bits. But we can use them kind of as a guide for the rest of the ensemble. But yeah, we are gonna go soon because Death Branded Shatterer just started. I don't always show up for that one, but ah! And then this one swoops underneath the leg, so it swoops under. You know? That see-through kind of aspect isn't half bad. Like the little window, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Think about that. So we're missing like a shin part and half of a foot. And I say half of a foot because we got the claw. Got the foot claw. Someday when I become strong and powerful, I can clone parts. That'd be pretty sick. I wonder... I mean, we will be cannibalizing parts from some to complete others, so I think I'm gonna snag this piece from here, because they're both technically the same thing, to complete this leg. Because this is the leg that doesn't have the purple parts in it. Is $50 a good deal for white legger ZW01? Are you talking about Wild Legger from the Zoids Wild series? Or are you talking about Legger Zero, like from the OG series? Because the price point for Zoids depends on the series. $50 for a Legger Zero isn't... like the Wild kits for the Wild series, I think Wild Legger at base was, it was $40? They're out of print now, so maybe 50's fair, but I wouldn't spend 50. I have one Wild Legger, but I also have the High-End Master Model Wild Legger. Oh, it's buried, but the high-end master model from Kotobukiya. When I got it, I think it was around $110. I can show you the box for the Kotobukiya Wildliger. I just have to carefully grab my camera, not dox my face. But it's right there in my mount backlog. Along with Fang Tiger, which is also from the Wild series. But, as far as build difficulty, like, a 7-year-old could do, a regular Wildliger. It's not a lot of parts. Not very, oh yeah, y'all think that that's a pile. I mean, the pile is as big as me, but the pile continues. But yeah, oh gosh, why is my camera shaking now? Stop. I have it very precariously hanging by a, what's it called? Yeah, funny you should say that, Tay, because gosh damn, like, I was talking to Cerberus earlier. I don't know if he's still here. I think he's in Aerostream now. But I was talking to Cerberus earlier, and he was telling me how expensive the Warhammer miniatures are. Oh my god. Y'all think we, in the regular model scene, we have it bad, but oh my god. I could not fathom spending that amount of money. Yeah, Cerberus still here. I'd say you should get your Thunderhawk. How about that? Ah! These are gonna be pain. Because I've got to get the right ones, the right size. Oh, funk. That's for the right arm? No, that's a left arm. This is a left arm. We could do this! Yes! Yes! Yay! We have an arm! I mean, that wasn't even the most expensive thing that Cerberus was talking about. Cerberus was also talking about the Titan. I think when all was said and done is like $2,200, right? United States American Freedom Units. Where's the other half? There's lots of halves here. Aha! Wait, you have to get pinched by that other thing, don't you? Arg. This is another left arm. Yeah. And I was telling him that, like, literally in the RC hobby, you could get an entire gas-powered ensemble, like the whole shebang, for... I'm done, that's a left arm. Why is left claw? Why is left claw here? Left claw don't go here. Does it? I don't know anymore. Ah! I think I will have to complete the rest of this off stream so we can cannibalize the rest of these parts. Maybe. Take care, Jay. Have a good training session. gosh. Well, so far... Oh, that's what the rumbling was. So I was hearing rumbling and I thought that they were working the field, but I was like, oh, maybe the house got buzzed by an airplane. No, they're definitely working the field. Alright, so we've got Death Branded Shatterer going on for Erlozen's stream right now, so we're gonna pop in on him to raid him. If you want to stick around, he is doing a giveaway as well with lots and lots of golden prizes. He does one every Friday. Funny dude. Family friendly. Pretty respectable. I think... Wait. What? Okay, so we definitely do have a incomplete spiner. Because I don't have another head. I only have 2 heads. I have 2 heads and 3 tails. Oh boy, and 3 bodies. We're gonna have to solve this mystery later, gang. I will let you guys know if we're gonna complete this one, but I think I might just have to finish this one off stream in my own time, late at night when no one's watching. But thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you all so much. I will drop my link in the chat box if you want to see... Oh gosh, computer glitching. If you want to see art, models, and the like, all of my socials and such, those are on my website. Streaming happens pretty sporadically right now because we're still testing things, doing improvements and that kind of stuff, so if you like, leave a follow. Let you know when I go live and all of that fun jazz. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we're gonna go raid Erlozen. Let us do it. Bye, guys. I appreciate ya. See you next time. Thanks for hanging out.